Hey everyone, welcome to the show. As always, JB here, excited you're with us. This is a place for energy and tech. We're having a blast as always, and today I got a good one for you. We're going to be talking about the iPad and the reMarkable 2. Where does it fit in everything? And I would love to have your comments below. As you know, this is a community more than a channel, and those comments is where we interact, and would love to have them as we talk about how the heck do you utilize these two. Before we get into that, I gotta tell you about the baking soda method in my thumb. Got a splinter playing golf this weekend. I don't know where I got it, maybe a bush or something, but it's been in there. And so I went on the internet and it says you take baking soda paste and you put it on there and then put a Band-Aid on it, let it rest for 24 hours and it should come out. Well, I had a little blister, but I think it's still in there. So I'm gonna try it one more time. If it doesn't come out of there, I may have to go get that thing taken out of there, which isn't exciting, but it's interesting. Have you tried the baking soda method? Let me know below to get a splinter out. It's coming slowly but surely. But I digress. Let's get into our topic today. It is up here on the Quilla. We have the reMarkable 2 and the iPad. And again, thanks to QuirkLogic for the Quilla. What an amazing ink device this is. But we're talking about these two devices because I get a lot of questions on which one should I buy. Should I buy the reMarkable 2? Should I get the QuirkLogic Papyr? Should I get the Supernote? What should I buy? And here's the bottom line truth. These are totally separate devices. Like they're on two different planets, right? So when people come to me and say, JB, should I get an iPad or a reMarkable 2 or an Eink device? We got to just stop the presses. We got to talk about what your use case is and really what you're going to be doing with it. Because the truth is the iPad, which is extremely a lot more money, unless you get one of the cheaper used ones, right, is a multi-purpose laptop. I mean, that's what it is. It's a tablet that can do everything. It's still the king of tablets. I use it for media consumption. That's what I use it for. People always say, JB, but you could put a paper feel or paper-like screen protector on it and then you can use the pencil. No, I don't like writing on glass and I don't want a matte screen when I'm watching a video, okay? It just doesn't work for me. I did put the silicone tip. As you know, I did a video on that a little bit recently, just a couple videos ago, and it works well as a writer, but it isn't something that I want to use day by day in my note taking. With the Magic Keyboard, again, it gets really expensive, but this really becomes almost a laptop. So for me, the iPad is a laptop replacement. It's something you can take to class. It's something you can carry around with you to work, and it really works for that. It's one device that just works well. And where these Eink devices come in, right, they are more for note-taking and ideas. So when it comes to the reMarkable 2 specifically, and what this video is about, that this works hand in hand with the iPad, where the iPad would be my media consumption device, and the reMarkable 2 then is something that I just take notes on or sketch or draw with. Or, as you know, I use the QuirkLogic Papyr in split screen, and I use that for a lot of my organization. So for me, when I'm using the iPad, it is for media consumption, typing, writing, basically a laptop replacement, okay? When it comes to the reMarkable 2 and other Eink devices, then it's for quick notes like I have here for today's show. What does the iPad do? What does the Eink device do? And what am I going to use it for? And I think that's where the confusion lies, is some people will get this device and get frustrated in the fact that it doesn't work the way the iPad does. And there's just no way it's going to. It's a totally separate device. Now, I will tell you that when I pull these devices up, and we're going to do some videos this week, the Onyx products are the closest thing to an iPad. They are basically Eink iPads. They're very impressive, very technical, but they will never replace my iPad because I love the colors, I love the screen on it. And for those of you that want one device, right, and get rid of Apple, I don't want to be with Apple, then the Onyx products can work real well. And I think that's why they're surging so much, is because the Onyx products are really getting popular with those people that don't want to go purchase an iPad or have an iPad and want some additional functionality such as email, reading, those type of things. So in this category of note takers, you have the Supernote, you have the Papyr, you have the reMarkable 2, and these primarily then is something you're going to carry around with you, right? You're going to pull it out for your handwritten notes. Can you get by with the iPad? Yes. And in fact, people that love the pencil and like to write on the screen with glass, it is a fantastic device, right? It is like the be-all, end-all. It is almost the perfect device, but it's not ink, right? So it's got that blue screen. If it's hard on your eyes, it can be, tough on your eyes, where these devices are meant to be used as a paper replacement, right? So specifically the reMarkable, and if you look at their company, it's specifically designed to be a paper replacement. That's it. There's no additional functionality. It's based on a minimalistic product basis, where the iPad is a be-all, do-all, anything. And with the mouse now and the cursor and things, I really feel Apple is moving more towards a laptop experience on the iPad. The other thing that you can do is go with a laptop and a e-ink device, one of your choices, the reMarkable 2, the Onyx products, the QuickLogic Paper, Supernote, right? And then use your laptop as your machine that you do a lot on, and then you take your notes on your e-ink device. That's another place that these devices fit in, right? So the iPad just goes away. A lot of people don't use the iPad. Personally, for me, the iPad typically is on the sofa with me. I'm, working there, reading, whatever. That's typically how it works. And then I'll have my note taker with me. Again, right now I'm using the paper more than anything, but it could be the reMarkable 2 or one of these other devices. And I think that's important when you're looking at this. Yes, it's more of an investment. Yes, you have to buy more devices. I mean, people that watch, we have people that have all of these devices like I do. But at the end of the day, you're looking for what works best for you, and that's why you come to this channel. And hopefully I'm providing you that energy to kind of think about that so you can figure out how it works. For me, again, I have an Apple laptop that is my primary computer hooked up to 2 monitors. That's where I do my video editing. I don't think anybody really needs that much unless you're video editing and audio editing. I've done 4,000 plus podcasts. I think we're at 4,080 something today. I do them every day. I do videos, so I need a production machine. Then when it comes past that, I have a Google Pixel Go, which I use for writing. I love the keyboard on that. I have the iPad then, that is my tablet, basically for media consumption, quick emails, those type of things. And then I have my ink devices for those mental notes that I want to take. If I had to choose one device and I, couldn't do anything, it would be a laptop, right? The laptop would be the be-all, end-all. Now, I'm not going to be handwriting notes on it, but it's going to be able to build the things that I need to do. The next device that I would probably get would be an iPad, or I would keep my laptop and get an e-ink device that I could carry around with me. And again, this is where Onyx comes in, and I'll talk about them in a later video this week. But Onyx then could be a little bit of an iPad and a little bit of an e-ink reader. But if you're somebody that has that iPad, has the laptop, and is looking for the ink, then the reMarkable 2, the Supernote, the paper comes in handy. And when I'm sitting at my desk, I have the paper sitting there, my iPad, and I'm just working, right? And it just creates a real good flow of connection for me. So in the comments below, I would like to know, how are you utilizing, what are the devices that you own? What do you find you're grabbing? Because a lot of people are coming here and they're going, okay, what do I need to buy? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start producing some videos that are going to be more production based. Like, this is what I do. This is a spreadsheet I use in Google Sheets, and this is how I do this. So you can start putting it together and how you utilize these specific tools, right? And that's what they all are. So I don't think any of them is the be-all, end-all. But again, I think the iPad is probably, it's a marvelous device. I mean, especially with the Magic Keyboard, but you're paying for that device. I think the reMarkable 2 is a great device, but it only does one thing and replace paper. I think the paper device, which QuickLogic just came out a couple months ago, is a great device. It needs some work with their reader, but it's coming and it's an up-and-comer. I think the Onyx products are awesome, especially the big one. If you need light and you're going to be in dark places, these are lit up e-ink devices. And the new company that I'm playing around with, which I'll have the A6X or A5X here next couple weeks, is Supernote, which again is kind of in the middle of the Onyx and the reMarkable, does a few extra things, a little bit of reader, right, than the reMarkable, and works out. So finding that right mix is so critical, and I know a lot of people are watching for that, and I know a lot of people are vested because they've bought a particular device. And I'm here not to tell you one device is better than the other. I'm trying to help you connect to what is going to work for you. And for me right now, more than, when I'm grabbing in the morning, it's the paper because I use a split screen. And then I have the iPad for media consumption, and that laptop and that really works. And the other devices I like using, because I'm doing it here for YouTube, and I enjoy them. The reMarkable 2, which is what really this video is about, is a great note taker. But again, I think people get disappointed in a couple things with the reMarkable 2. One is their customer service and the delays of things and what it takes. And number 2 is that it doesn't do a lot, even though I believe it's a piece of art. If you watch my last video, it's just amazing. So you just got to understand the limitations of the devices and pick what's best for you. So it's not an iPad versus a reMarkable 2 as much as it's a reMarkable 2 and an iPad, or a reMarkable 2 and a laptop. You do that, you're going to be setting in a pretty good place. And then how do we utilize it for your particular workflow? Because if you're an academic journal reader, I'm going to push you towards the Onyx products and the Lumi, because you're not going to be able to read your big PDFs and do your research on the reMarkable. You can do it on a laptop, but then you're not going to be able to take your notes and do the things you can do on that product. So as always, what you need to do is leave your questions below. This is a community more than a channel. People are here to help you if you're trying to decide on what you want to buy. And we'll try to get you the best information, and I'm going to keep bringing you videos almost every day is what I do to get you thinking about what works best for you. And as new stuff comes out, I'll keep reviewing it, and we'll be challenging how they work, and then I'll be wowed by some things and disappointed in others, but at least you'll get a feel for what's going on. And of course, it's the energy exchange. Hopefully you're getting some energy from me, and as we grow the channel, we do some fun stuff, and I can brighten your day a little bit with some of these discussions. And hey, look, we don't have to agree on everything. That's what a community is about, and that's why I have the comment section. Let's talk a little bit. And maybe you have a better solution for this splinter I got in my thumb. I would like to know. All right, so iPad versus reMarkable 2 or other ink, it's not a competition. They're totally different devices. They're on two different planets. You got to figure out, maybe it's the iPad and the reMarkable 2, or a laptop, a reMarkable 2, paper, whatever. But at the end of the day, you're going to need, or maybe not need, one of these e-ink devices. But if you get just an e-ink device, unless it's an Onyx product, you're going to need a iPad or a laptop. If you have an iPad, you can get along with it. And sometimes I'll tell students, just go get an iPad. Yes, you got to sacrifice the feeling of writing on glass, but it is what it is if you've got a very limited budget. If you just have an e-ink device, you're going to need to use something else, unless you're one of those really smart people that we have watching this channel that take the Onyx and turn it into this awesome device, because it's got a little bit more capability than most of the other devices. Okay, I hope that helps today. I hope you got some energy today. I'm having fun, I sure am. I appreciate the subscribes, likes, and all that stuff. It helps the channel. If you don't mind hitting the thumbs up button, that gets us out, and it helps really put some good energy out there. And boy, do we need some good energy in the world now. That's what I'm here for. All right, go have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Go do it to it.